Rolling.
Rolling. What's up, guys? So I've been rocking the Hoyt Carbon Defiant now for about 7 years. I could be off on that, but pretty dang close to that. So anyways, we've been, that bow is on its last legs, and so we were like, we got to get a different bow, at least for myself, because that bow, the limbs are shot, and I was having to make another investment. And so we reached out to Hoyt, and we got to back into the game now. And so last week, we got a lot of goodies coming our way. But yeah, we are going all in again. I love Hoyt. I've always loved Hoyt, and I can never, ever part ways with Hoyt. And so with that ado, let's get into this. This is so sick, dude. I love the packaging. Let's see, where's that? Really cool guy gave me this knife. This thing is sick. This thing is sick. So we went with, like all things, sticking with carbon. I just love the feeling of carbon. And so yes, sticking with carbon, and went with their latest version with the RX-7, their compact version, not the Ultra. I like a small bow, compact bow, getting out of trees. Is predominantly what we're doing. And so yes, we're sticking with the same draw weight. So we got the 80-pound limbs, we got a 27.5-inch draw, and we stuck with the solid colored green. Dude, this thing is just nasty. So yeah, we gotta get this all rocking and rolling, all set up, but we're gonna go shoot this, get this all set up, and so we're gonna jump over to Music City Archery and get all this put together and get dialed in for exactly what we need to get this thing ready to rock and roll, man, because this is a sick bow. Yeah, more to come. We are here at Music City. The bow is done and we are ready to test this baby out. I can't wait. Like, I've been shooting with like a 10-year-old bow, and I love it. Don't get me wrong, I love it. But to make that leap forward, it's gonna be huge. I know it is. What's up, bud?
All right, so this is the Hoyt RX-7. We got this set up for you. We've got everything tuned, put on. Whenever you buy a bow through us, we're going to get it set up to center shot. So we're going to get the D-loop set up to manufacturer spec on the positioning of that. It's really important to get the D-loop in the right position, because a lot of shops will just kind of slap the D-loop on there and then adjust the arrow rest to that. But what we want to do is we want to make sure that this is set in the proper position so that it lines up properly with the arrow rest. So the arrow rest and everything can be in the proper position. And so arrow's gonna be perfectly straight at start, and left to right, up to down, everything's gonna be centered. And we also check the timing on the bow to make sure that the cams rotate the same speed. Some shops don't even have draw boards in them, so that's a tool used to pull back the bow and make sure that the cams rotate at the same speed. So whenever you buy a bow through us, we're gonna make sure that the cams are tuned properly, so that when you're drawing back, they're pulling back at the exact same speed and give it a nice solid back wall. So all that's included with getting the bow set to center shot, and then also getting the timing set on a new bow purchase. So we got that done. And then peep sight right now, it's just set at a standard height, which is gonna work for most people. We're gonna head into the range, have you draw it back, and make sure the peep sight's lining up with your eye level. And me making the adjustments to that, we'll adjust that and we'll tie it in the rest of the way. Right now it's got a temp knot around it, so we can still move the peep sight if we need to, and that's that. So we'll head in there, make sure peep sight's good. After that, also included is sighting at 20 yards. So we'll go ahead and start dialing your sight and make sure that you're hitting center at 20, and then we'll be good for the basic setup.
Boom.
All right. So this is going to be a hybrid sight system.
Yeah.
So you've got the multiple pins, it's like a normal 3-pin sight, where you have your 20, 30, 40, and then there's also going to be like a second sight system, right?
Okay.
So you know your single pin sights
Yeah.
where you get the dial?
Yeah.
It's kind of like a multi-pin, a single pin smashed together.
Yeah.
And so you got your multi-pin there, and then this dial system here is all hooked up for the actual single pin system. And you can choose whatever pin you want to be correlated to the tape, which will be over here.
Gotcha.
And then to change it, you just simply dial it, and you go all the way out to 100 yards, and then dial it back up. What I would recommend doing is getting this set up, and then you just lock this. That keeps it from moving. Doing 20, 30, 40, and then this being your master pin, so it's tuned into this tape system, and you can dial that down all the way out to 100. So that way you got your 20, 30, 40. You really don't need to set to exact yardages for those distances.
Yeah.
You can just gap shoot with the pins, like normal 3-pin. And then if you want to take a shot longer than that, you can set to the exact yardage.
Gotcha.
So that's how I usually set those up.
Does this come with the sight tape, or you have to buy the CB sight
No,
tape?
they've got it. Came in the packaging.
Okay.
There's a tuner tape that I'll put on there once we get signed at 20 yards.
Okay.
I'll throw the tuning tape on there, and what you'll do is it's just a blank tape. You put a mark on it, and then you'll dial that sight out to whatever distance you're accurate at. So ideally 60 yards.
Yeah.
You'll dial it in there, put another tick mark, and you just take that tape off and you lay it against other sight tapes. There's a whole bunch of different ones that are calibrated, and whichever one the 20 and the 60 line up with, that's the right side tape.
Gotcha.
Right, and then you just throw it on. So, yep.
Cool.
That's that. You ready to
Yeah.
shoot it? All right, cool. How's that peep height look?
Feels nice. Try
Peep
water.
height was good,
Yeah.
and we were hitting right, so we
Yeah.
need to adjust the sight for that. So for that, this has micro adjust, so you just unlock it. It's always tight from factory to unlock that thing. But you unlock it, and we hit right, so we just follow the arrow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna dial that to the right. And I've got a special arrow drawing tool, so if we can't get it by hand, I can just pull out the tool out. Hitting right, moved it right. And then height actually wasn't bad, we're just a little bit low. Okay, cool. Yeah, so it's a little clamp system. So you throw the arrow in there, and then it's like a jack.
Yeah.
So that's Okay, cool. I'll show you that. So if you ever hit anything that's not a target, or just in general, it's good to do this every now and then. You want to check your arrow. First thing, you're going to visually inspect the arrow at the front, and then you're going to rub your fingers down, checking for any types of cracks. That's all external. And then you're going to check at the end and see if you can see any type of cracks or anything. With the wrap, it's a little hard to see, but doesn't seem to have any cracks there. Then you'll check for internal, and you'll just flex the arrow and you listen. And if it's broken on the inside, you'll hear like crackling on the inside. So this arrow is good to shoot, it's safe to shoot. So that's how you do an arrow check. We've got just a temp knot on there holding in place. We'll put a knot above and below to keep sliding on you. So I'll tie that in just a second. Also with this peep sight, it's a PXL Hunter by Specialty Archery. You can actually unthread that insert and put in different sizes. So notice how big the diameter of this peep looks in reference to your peep, your sight housing.
Okay.
Make sure those line up with each other, and then I can make it smaller or bigger, whatever you need.
That was so fun today.
Dude, it's sick. It is sick. It just has like a lot smoother drawback, and it just balances. Like, it's just so dead in the hands, and it just, I mean, for me at least, like, I feel so confident in just holding it and getting to that anchor point that it's just like, oh man, it's like diamonds. It's like cash. It's so awesome. Like, I'm so, like, I will never leave Hoyt. Like, so many people have tried to get me to go switch brands or try different things, but like, it's all about confidence, and that's what that brings to me. Like, I live and die by the Hoyt. I don't know why, but I love it. The feel's nice, the action's nice, drawing it back, sitting there, I can hold it. And like, I don't know about you, but like, I get consistent shots. And for me, like mentally, that's what matters most to me. Like, I can shoot, and like, my sights might be off, but everything holds it perfectly. And for like Hoyt and everything that they do, all the technology they put into that bow, it's awesome. Yeah.
When you're 30 or close, you're 40, just a little bit further down. Okay. Any questions?
No, man.
Okay.
You're awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
One last thing for the weights. So when Hoyt sends out their stabilizers, they send them with these aluminum pieces on there,
Yeah.
which weigh almost nothing.
Yep.
So if you want to get a little more weight below your hand and help that bow stabilize a little more, you can swap these aluminum like little pieces out for stainless steel.
Gotcha.
And we can then adjust your stabilizers, that back bar especially, we can move it out further or closer in. Right now, since I have weight on it, we can't do a whole lot of stabilizing, but once we throw that brass, the stainless steel weights on there, that stainless steel is going to be much heavier, it's going to keep that center of gravity lower, it's going to bounce a lot better.
I have another one of these, another 6-inch that I was going to try, but I just really I like this right now.
Yeah, having it nice and compact. And I'll show you what I'll show you what I'm talking about.
So these just add on, so you stay with the short stubby one.
Yeah, keep with that, and then so I'll show you the difference. These are the same size, right? Let me get Allen right. Okay. So fill this.
Oh, I gotcha.
Fill this.
It's heavier.
Much heavier.
Yeah.
Because this is aluminum and that's actual steel.
Yeah.
So you throw a steel weight on there, and then now we can actually do some stabilization. With the ones that come on there, they're kind of just for looks.
Yeah.
So,
Boom.
yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you.
We are locked and loaded. This bow is so sick, man. And those guys just held my hand. They walked me like a baby. And sometimes that's just nice. I love, these guys. I love coming here. It's a good place, good group of family that runs it. But now we're off to get this fully dialed 30, 40, 60. How long I got to 70? I don't know why. I saw the side tape. I'm like, why not?
Go 80, 90.
Go 200. Boom. Four yards. So we'll put the 30-yard pin high. Boom. I love solid broadheads.
Fixed broken.
Fixed blade, solid, I call them the same. I don't call those like mechanical, they just always break. Cut my skin a little bit there, but I think we're good.
That's how it's done?
That's
how it's done?
I think we're done. I think that's beautiful. We got good placement. Now, should we rappel? No. No, so we are dialed, man. This bow is wicked. Some things that we need to do to tweak this, like the setup. So these are just kind of like faux weights back here. My bow with this backrest and the way we got set, it's really light. I love it. But like the natural resting point is about 6 inches low on the target. And so like I want the little bit more back weight just to pull it up a tad. Like when I sit it, it wants to, and so like I need a little bit more back weight. I don't need anything more up front. That's always been the case for me my entire life. But I think like changing one of these out for like a steel plate should solve that. I was testing out the CBE sight. I've never shot CBE. It's ambidextrous, so it goes back between both front or right and left-handed. I'm left-handed, and I actually really like it. The peep sight, I've always shot this kind of style peep sight, and like everything just like guys at Music City just did a killer job setting this up with me. And this bow just shoots, like I feel like I've jumped forward like 10 years in bow technology, and I literally have. But man, like what Hoyt's doing, what they're pushing out now is like, for me at least, it's exactly what I'm looking for. It's exactly what I need. And it just gives me confidence. Like I can always consistently shoot it. It's just time and time and time again. Like I love it, I live by it. I've shot Hoyt forever. Shot competition with them. Like it's just, yes, this bow is sick nasty for me. So yeah, thank you Hoyt for putting out such an awesome product. This is really sweet. And for something as crucial as your bow, like it just gives me confidence, man. It makes me want to shoot further, makes me want to shoot more, makes me want to push the envelope and how far we can shoot, the types of conditions you can hunt in. Like that's what it's all about, like confidently going into these hardcore scenarios and just laying the smack down and feeling good about yourself, and feeling good about your gear and that's going to meet your demands. Yeah, solid product, man.